My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We've already completed all 10 levels of Ascension for the Silence, so of course we're going to be going into the Ironclad. Oh, this is trouble. Whew. Alright, because the last run died before we reached the boss. Oh, boy. Well, let's just take the best path that we can take and hope to luck into some good cards. So to offset being weakened here, we're going to use a bash on the first turn. Unfortunately, we only have one defend in our second hand, so we don't get to defend ourselves adequately against the 13 damage. Oh, crumbs. This is rough. Do 13 this turn. Nope, does 8, so. Double block, single strike. Heck, this is rough. All right, we're weakened, so 6 and 6 isn't going to be a kill. So we're just going to triple block, because then next hand we're going to have 3 strikes, which is a kill. Beautiful. Energy potion's a pretty good pickup, and we will take our first AoE. Hey! We got it exactly before we needed it. Fell in the back's gone on a growth spurt. Can save myself 3 HP by using a energy potion there. Probably not worth it right now. All right, what did we take last time? I think we need to take our first True Grit, and then if after that we start seeing body slams, we'll then take them. Upgrades to Cleave and to Defend. Pretty good pickups. Pretty good pickups. Cleave Strike. Easiest opener of my entire life. Bash Strike. Easiest follow-up. And then, come on. Yeah, we've got a single strike in there. We are good. So we actually get to heal out of this fight. Beautiful. Also get a block potion worth 12. So Juggernaut hasn't worked well for us. For many reasons, but would it work now? We could also just take Inflame. I'm gonna take a Juggernaut. Oh god, this is a really crummy early fight to get. I can kill one. And then do I want this to block me against 9 damage? 9 damage is a pretty good block, yeah. Right. Follow up with those strikes. Well, I mean, Iron Wave is way better now that we have the Juggernaut. We can rest before we go to the first elite, so that's probably a good idea. We need to upgrade Juggernaut, and we need to upgrade True Grit. Awesome. Here we have the opportunity to set up our Juggernaut early. Then we bash this turn. And then next turn we just go all out aggressive. Best opening we could really get there. I kind of want to cleave Iron Wave True Grit. Awesome. 25 damage, and we got to block 12 of the incoming. It has to be Defend and Iron Wave, as much as I want to get a bash out. Nope, I have to get the bash out, because next turn the enemy is going to be doing Siphon Soul. So it's a free turn where I can just throw in as many attacks as possible. Well, that didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. was supposed to be a free turn to throw out as many attacks as possible, but I had 2 attacks laying there on the bottom of the deck. Eight HP saved by using an energy potion here. 7 HP, sorry. 7 HP. Alright. Easy kill. We also pick up a strawberry, raise our max HP by 7, as well as another energy potion. Definitely be taking our first armaments here. We might be able to kill whoever this is. Eviscerated and chopped by giant claws means that it's a Lagavulin, so we're only going to search once. We got Happy Flower. Let's leave. Hell yes. Happy Flower is every 3 turns gain an energy. We got Art of War here. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an extra energy next turn. So we've got 2 different ways of energy manipulation, and it's really good because we actually do, a lot of the time, just play a lot of defenses. So the Art of War is going to trigger for us relatively commonly, I feel. I kind of feel like I actually energy potion, then play out the rest of my hand. We are going to need to enrage this guy, unfortunately. Alright. I could have saved 12 there by using the other energy potion, and in fact, I almost certainly should have. We've picked up Ginger, we can no longer become weakened, and now it's time to start picking up body slams and stuff like that. We'll pick up our first body slam. And we get a shot here with Apotheosis. I mean, when you see an Apotheosis, you have to take the Apotheosis. That's unfortunate, because now Armaments is a lot worse in this deck, but that was an Apotheosis, so we had to take the Apotheosis. I think I've made that clear, right? So I defend all but 2 damage here, except for next turn I'm going to get 2 extra energy. So that's really nice. And another energy potion. Beautiful pickup. This deck is going to base itself entirely around getting a ridiculous amount of block every other turn, so I feel like Corruption's a really bad pickup for us. Because we're going to start burning the attacks out of our deck, and if we burn all of the defense as well, we're going to have nothing left. We could take a Rampage. Yeah. Because it can just be our solo source of damage output while we tread water with everything else. We're going to use an energy potion here in order to save ourselves some HP. Excellent. So maybe the same build that didn't work last time is going to work this time. We've got a regen potion. I will take the second copy of Iron Wave, but that's the final copy of Iron Wave I take. I also need to remove armaments from my deck soon. I'll take a single potion. Another energy potion. And we need to smith to upgrade Apotheosis. Beautiful. Unfortunately, we do need to get as much damage out here as possible on the first turn. I will start my regen potion as well, because we don't fully heal after this fight. So I am going to have to burn a defend out of my deck, which I desperately didn't want to do, but there we did it. There goes one of our regen potions as well. Ugh. Enemy's weakened. I could do so much more damage here, but I really don't want to take the full brunt. Okay, Juggernaut. defend, Iron Wave. I really need a Metallicize or a Plated Armor in this deck right now. Those would both be really good pickups for us. Another energy allows me to use Strike there to prevent that whirlwind damage from coming out. So effectively, I've just used all of my potions just for some more healing, basically. Because I just want to heal up as much as I possibly can at the end of this fight. There's the Rampage. Rampage is supposed to be the only card that we really attack with. It's the idea, at least, in this deck. That and Body Slam, obviously. Triple block completely defends us here. Iron Wave. Strike. Oh, I was one strike from the kill there. Not the kill, sorry, from popping there. That's my bad. I messed that up. Let's make up for it right now. By remembering that I have the extra energy. Well, see, here's the thing. Offering is a way of putting out damage with this deck, but I don't think we need Offering to do our damage. Our damage is supposed to be coming from just blocking everything. So I'm going to take Offering... is Demon Form. Our damage is supposed to be coming from blocking everything. So Demon Form gives us a way to deal damage straight. But I think our damage is more defensive. So I think we take an Offering so that we can afford to just hard defend ourselves. Here we also have the option to take an Astrolabe, and we would remove 3 strikes from the deck and upgrade them. Or we would actually go like Armaments and 2 strikes. Or we could take a Philosopher's Stone. Get more energy. More energy means that I'll be able to play Juggernaut, and I'll be able to play Defense, and I'll be able to play Defense, and stuff like that. I think I actually take the Philosopher's Stone here. It's going to give strength to my enemies, but we should be able to outperform them. Got a relatively early shop here that I might actually want to hit up. Yep, let's go for that. This fight is going to suck, though. However, it is worth noting this fight was always going to suck. There was nothing I could have done that would have made this fight not suck. Ow. Apotheosis. And wave. Strike. Strike. Put you on the ground. Oh god, that's a huge buff. Little Offering. There we go. Cleave a ridiculous amount. We'll Juggernaut, defend. So now we're actually completely protected. If you get back up in the sky, I can just kill you instantly. You're already blocked this turn. I can just put you on the ground. Okay. And at this rate, the damage from blocking will bypass the buffs that they have. So I can just block, and then everything will die. Feel no pain. We have 1, 2, 3. Like 3 exhaust in our entire deck. It is upgraded. And it would incentivize us picking up more exhausts. But I don't think I take it. Ooh, Bottled Lightning. Choose a skill card to always be in your opening hand. Apotheosis. Alright, well, this game is over. Apotheosis is always going to be in our opening hand, which means our entire deck is always upgraded. We do need to remove armaments, definitely now. We'll double block. Because armaments at this rate will never serve a point in this deck. We just play everything here. Easily done. So now it really doesn't matter if something is or is not upgraded. We can decide to take it external to that information. I could take a single copy of Immolate just to be safer, or I could take a single copy of Headbutt. In fact, I'll take a single copy of Headbutt because I have a Rampage in the deck as well. Which one do I actually want here? Probably just the Enchiridion. We got the Necronomicus. It's not bad. It's just now I'm going to need a 2 damage attack to actually use with it. I could put a single copy of Uppercut in my deck. 2 damage attack. Exhume's also really good because we have a Offering, so it's effectively a second copy of Offering. So 140 plus 80 is 220. And then if I took Shrug It Off as well, that is 270. Yeah. Awesome. I did want a Madness there if I could have fit it in, but we never Smith now. Now we only ever rest. That's the big thing that Apotheosis is granted to us. The ability to rest every single time we end up in that choice. This, however, is extremely unfortunate for an opening hand. There goes a wound into our deck. So now we've got double uppercut. Unfortunately, again, single defend. All of our defense cards apparently turn out at the very bottom of the deck. Thank you for that, game. I'm going to strike, and I'm going to headbutt to put an Exhume back on top of my deck. The reason for the top deck Exhume is because if I draw Offering, it's going to go off. Or not. Maybe I just don't get Offering. Good gosh, game. This is just cruel. Defense, 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 defense. Draw. We do need more defensive cards in our deck. That's why we picked the Shrug It Off, by the way. And we also do need some more draw. Okay. One, two. Lose a bit more HP. Yikes. And then double uppercut. We got Omamori, which is negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Oh, sorry. Necronomicon is the first attack that is played each turn. Costs 2 or more. That costs 2 or more. Is played twice. If we had Omamori before we picked up the Necronomicon, we actually would have had a... we would have removed the Necronomicus from our deck. We're not going to take any of these. We just need card draw right now. We also desperately want things like Calipers and Exhume... not Exhume, sorry. Calipers and... Nope, I can't even remember. We will be using Offering here. One. 2. And it costs twice because of the Necronomicon. Enabling us to get more HP. Shrug it off. And then we can cleave. Beautiful. I'd really like a Metallicize in this deck as well. That'd be a huge pickup. There's the Entrench. That's one of the cards that I was just talking about. Or, I don't know if I actually got to saying it. But it's going to be, after the Apotheosis hits it, a 1-cost double our current amount of defense. Vajra at the start of each combat gain 1 strength. What we really wanted there was the Oddly Smooth Stone, which would do the exact same thing, but for decks. That would be so much more powerful for us. Shrug it off. We keep getting Exhumed before we get the Offering, which is really, really unfortunate. We are going to want to put Shrug it off pretty much just back on top of the deck. Ugh. We're going to take a lot of damage here. Despite having pretty much only a defensive deck. It's damage time for us. If we double uppercut that back line, it's dead. But we could also just single uppercut it. Alright. I'm going to take some more damage here. Oh, yikes. Defend. Defend. Hit you with that. Probably should have just done the other order. Alright. Iron Wave, Rampage, Cleave, Defends. Iron Wave's in my next hand as well as a Defend, so we are safe. Strike. Alright, Bottled Flame. Choose an attack card. It's in your opening hand. Like, I kind of want to put Uppercut in my opening hand so that I can always weaken and always vulnerable a target, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time for that. I'm going to put the Rampage there. There's a Dex Potion that's really powerful for us. And here's a Flame Barrier. Gains 16 block whenever you're attacked. Deal 6 damage to the attacker. Peace Pipe allows me to remove stuff at camps, which is really handy. This is going to be a rough fight. It's going to be a really rough fight for us. Definitely should have done that one first. And then we'll True Grit with the Rampage out. We just need the defense. Could have saved 2 more HP there. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. Oh, my heart hurts. Okay, we've got that one down. This is another summon that you're going to be doing this turn. Exhume is not going to bring anything back for us right now. An Offering, still at the bottom of the deck. Don't choose to attack. Choose to buff. Chose to attack. That's going to make us dead. We can't defend against that amount of damage. This fight has killed me so many times recently because he can just get strength so quickly, and if he just decides not to defend, like here's defense, 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 draw, defense, all attacks, except for, I mean, Iron Wave, which is defensive, sure. God, that blows so much. That deck didn't deserve that. It didn't deserve it the same way the last Juggernaut deck didn't deserve it. There was a misplay. I could have saved 2 more HP if I played the Dex Potion before I played the Flame Barrier, but it wouldn't have saved me there. We died by more than 9. Losing 8 max HP and choosing a rare card could set our run on the right track. I think we go with feed, use it to gain maximum HP. And you know what? We're going to remove a card pretty much instantly from our deck. I could never have... like, man. Feels so much more difficult with this character. There's just, like, a lot of turns you can't really do anything about what your opponent's damage output is going to be. I have to take some more damage here so that I can weaken. Because otherwise we're never really getting anywhere with you. Alright, give me 2 strikes and a feed. Well, unfortunately I am going to have to kill you because otherwise I was going to take way too much more damage. I think we take a disarm here. Well, we're not going to see those for the rest of the run, unfortunately. But we are going to remove a strike from our deck. And then I'm planning to get 100 gold by the time we get to the next shot. Awesome. Totally fine opening 2 turns. Not particularly pleased about the one there, considering the rest of my deck is all defensive. We can take a Metallicize here. Sorts itself out of our deck. Sure. We will remove another strike. We need some more aggressive cards in our deck at this rate, though. Some Metallicize defends. Bash strike. I do want to feed as often as possible here. I need to raise my maximum HP. More than about raising my maximum HP, it's about raising my current. I let 1 damage through here so that I have the possibility of taking him out this turn. Yep, I can. I do like Havoc a lot. I've really come around on Havoc. Alright. I'll take a copy. This fight's going to be pretty rough for us. Oh, it's going to be really rough because we don't have any AoE in this deck yet. Please use Bash. Not what I wanted. I do need to pretty much worry about my attacking every turn and then worry about my defensiveness afterwards. Just need to get one of them down as soon as I possibly can. Okay. That worked out amazingly. It's actually going to be easier to kill the middle sentry than it's going to be to kill the back sentry, because if I draw Bash, I can use it and actually hit them. So we'll go for the middle sentry before we go for the backliner. Bash Havoc. Huh. Havoc got a defense. That's more than fine. I do need to upgrade Havoc as soon as possible, as well as Feed. Yeah. 3 strikes on the bottom of the deck. Don't draw any on the turn when my opponent is vulnerable. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yikes. Sure. And burns another 3, and then I got another 2 on the bottom of the deck. Oh, this fight. This fight is torture. Well, if I had to get the Havocs on any turn, I guess that's the one I wanted them on. Well, the only way I get any defense this turn is by using Havoc. Good. 3 strikes next turn kills. There's 1, there's 2, and there's the 3rd. Damn it. I thought if I just treated it with utmost confidence, it would have to happen. Thread Needle at the start of each combat gain 5 plated armor. That is going to make our lives a lot easier. We do exhaust a few cards. We could probably take a Feel No Pain here, use it to block for us. It's also spot weakness. Even Exhume's pretty good here. I think we take Feel No Pain. If we already had Feel No Pain, then we'd take Exhume. Alright. Here's the next shop. There's an Apotheosis that I can't afford, which is great. I'm really happy about it. I'm definitely not sad, and I'm not crying. You're crying. Card removal. Now we'll remove a Defend, and we'll take an Armaments. So Armaments is effectively our upgrade on Defend there. Ginger, we can no longer become weakened, and the first Smith always has to go to Armaments. Armaments. And the one that's buffing itself. Also, I'm going to drink an Ancient Potion here. That was dumb. That was dumb. I can't be weakened because of the Ginger. So I didn't need to drink that Ancient Potion. I was just trying to guarantee that I was going to be able to kill this last next turn. That's daft on my part, unfortunately. And it's worth noting, I get 9 block at the end of every turn just with the Thread and Needle and the Metallicize. There's 28. Okay, now we need things to manipulate the top of our deck. So Warcry and... also I need Draw. Headbutt. Warcry and Headbutt. Thank you for finishing my sentence, video game. Eight block a turn is not bad. This will give you 2 strength, but it will also take 2 strength away, but it will give me 4 block. Okay. Well, Armaments, Strike, Headbutt the Strike back to the top of the deck, and then Havoc to use it again. That also burns that out of the top of my deck, which gave me 4 defense. That's 30 fucking damage you're looking to do this turn, bud. That's rough. We'll block 7 of that. We do have feed in there. Give me a single strike and we've got a kill here. Beautiful. Victoria, the merchant no longer runs out of cards, relics, or potions, and their prices are reduced by 20%. The only way we would ever be able to play Barricade in this deck is if we put it to the top of our deck using Headbutt, and then we Havoc'd it. You know what? This is the second video in a episode. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to rest here. Second run in an episode, rather. Unfortunately, we got the barricade way too early to do that previous plan. We need more damage, and we don't want to put the bash back on top. Cool. Okay. Armaments. We'll Havoc. There's a strike out of our deck. That's unfortunate. We need pretty much as many strikes as we can get right now. Thankfully, these days are now going to provide us a lot of defense. So that's quite handy. And now we can kill you. Whenever these days burn themselves out of our hands at the end of a turn, they're going to just give us 4 block each. Beautiful. So we're actually really defensible in this fight. Right, I should have done Bash Strike. I forgot what I was literally just saying, that the days are worth 4 block each for us. Single strike. I mean, if we played Barricade there, we would never take damage this entire fight, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to take damage this entire fight anyway. Awesome. Yep, our next hand is going to completely defend us. Even without trying, just let it defend us. Whew. This can't be expected from every fight, but fights that have dazes in them, yeah. Yeah, this can be pretty much expected. Okay, another strike down there. We've got Bash Strike for the next hand, so we've got the kill. Beautiful. What's our next upgrade? Paper Frog. Enemies with vulnerability take 75% more damage rather than 50. And we take another Metallicize. Yeah. I think we need to upgrade these powers. Who's that boss? It is the Guardian. So let's upgrade one of our Metallicizers. Because we play those before we get armaments if we don't get them in the same hand as armaments, right? Havoc and Headbutt would work perfectly if only the fucking Barricade wasn't already in our hand. We need to maintain all of the sources of damage in our deck, so like Strike, we need to keep. Cool. And we'll put the Strike back on top of the deck. Yeah, I was worried about something like this happening. Metallicize. Armaments. And best we could really do there, unfortunately. Bash. And then, you know what? I don't want to be made vulnerable or anything like that, so we're going to force you into mode shift rather than playing Feel No Pain there. We'll armaments that. And now we can start striking because we'll actually just be fully defended at the end of the turn. So we pick up 12 block at the end of a turn. Feel No Pain, disarm. Strike. And then just pick up 12 block at the end of the turn. Yay! Unfortunately, we were not able to fit in the... God, stop getting me Barricade in the same fucking hand as the Havoc and the... It's piece of shit! God damn it! That is so horrible. The whole point of taking barricade was... Man. We're just trying to stack vulnerability so the opponent's never not vulnerable. At this rate, we're pretty much just toying with our food, so we can wait until we get the feed on the right turn. You know what? I'm just going to naturally play Barricade here. Fine, you've done it to me. I found a turn to naturally play Barricade. First hand, immediately, Headbutt and Havoc. I can guarantee Barricade would have been in this hand if it was available to be. But I played it. Just to spite the game. Okay. It's gonna headbutt the... I was gonna headbutt the feed back to the top of my deck. Guess I'm just waiting for feed now. Going along, twiddling my thumbs. Finally. See, the thing about this is Demon Form... You know what? Let's take Demon Form as well. Fuck it. Demon Form is just going to be forced to the top of my deck, and then I'm going to use it. And again, this is a run all based around blocking. But we need extra energy to do all of the things we want to do. What we desperately need right now are Warcry, though. Are copies, rather, of Warcry. We need multiple. We're going to go for an early shop here. Yep, this is the worst opening fight we could have, so of course we have it. I'm going to drink a block potion here. And I'm actually going to manually play Barricade. I know. I'm that mad. Wow. I need to put at least one of you on the ground. 24 damage. Each of these two threatening to do 24 damage. This one threatening to do... God. There goes all of my charges of plated armor as well. That's fucking cruel what just happened there. Alright. I'll kill you by headbutting Demon Form to the top of my deck. I'll play Feel No Pain, Havoc. There goes my Demon Form active. And then I'm taking a bunch more damage as well. Fuck, that was horrendous. Good. I'm gonna start attacking you. So I accept 2 damage this turn. I'm just speechless. This game is being so fucking rude to me right now. Alright, fine. Strike. Headbutt that back to the top. Havoc. Only one target. Forces it to strike there. Strike for the kill. Take a True Grit. More defensiveness in my deck and more exhaust. Got the Necronomic Curse, which is going to work with exactly 0 bash. It's going to work with exactly bash. Armaments. Feel no pain. Disarm. And I'm going to headbutt that armaments back to the top of the deck. Armaments. I accept 2 damage this turn if I play Demon Form, but if I play both of my Metallicizers, I should pretty much just negate all future damage from this enemy. Alright. Let's have that double bash trigger. Beautiful. Strike again. Defend, and we'll Necronomicurse burn. And it just gives us a Necronomicurse back. Armaments. Double up that bash. And feed for the kill. Beautiful. Oh, another True Grit, though. And it's upgraded. Okay. Anytime we pick up a power, it is going to be upgraded. From Frozen Egg. Or we could card removal. There's no Warcry in this store, unfortunately. We could Flash of Steel. Excuse me. What's Flash of Steel really do for us? Draws. Don't really do that much. If we had a double tap, it'd do a lot more. We don't apply that many debuffs with this deck. We don't use that many attacks, so Fire Breathing's also pretty poor. I'm wondering if it's just Mercury Hourglass, move on. Mummified Hand just turned up, unfortunately. Now that it's turned up, I will never be able to see it again in this run. And I actually really want it. So I'm going to take a potion now. Yep. We're going to take all of those bites. So we just got 5 bites in our deck, rather than the strikes that we previously had. One, 2, 3, 4. I could go for 4 elites if I go along a really risky path. We'll see how we feel. Basically, we'll see how we feel means I'm going to try and bite as many things as I can possibly bite, and we'll see how that works out for me. Why have I got 2 extra energy right? Oh, right, yeah. Gosh, I'm dumb. Forgot that I'd specifically used Demon Form on that first turn. Unfortunately, Havoc's still in our deck. We'll disarm you. We'll armaments. We'll headbutt to put armaments back on top of the deck. True Grit. Okay. Havoc just got a Daze out of our deck. We'll keep Feed in our deck, because pretty much here, all I'm going to do is try and defend myself heavily and bite, 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 bite. Those Daze are not defense for us yet, because we don't have the other thing active. Feel no pain. But now we do. So we did get a lot of block out of that, but unfortunately, not really as much as we'd hoped for. Bite 1, bite 2. This is a 4 block. This is a 4 block. So 8. This could be 7. So 15. Yeah. We've got 2, 9, 14, and then 8. So we're actually fine without using the Dex potion here. Alright, well. It's... Did I count his health wrong? I thought I had the ability to feed and then kill. Warcry. Well, we're definitely going here and we're resting now. That suddenly became non-negotiable. Anchor on the first turn is going to be super helpful. Anchor is start each combat with 10 block. Headbutt being here means that we're never going to be able to barricade with these. Actually just going to force them both into play on the first turn now. Really hoping to draw a lot of defensive cards. We did. Both of these Dex potions. Okay. 32 block is nice, but it's still not enough. 7 damage taken. And that back line is easily able to kill us right now, right? Armaments, metallicize. 9, 4, 13. Plus 2. 15. Even if I hit the feed on the back line for a kill. Like, I have to bash. Actually, the only way I survive here is if I let myself get hit with the slaver. I gotta draw Metallicized True Grit, Havoc, defend next turn. I just have to. We'll play both of these. Havoc the True Grit. It's the Necronomic Curse. Yep, that's unfortunately exactly lethal. Defensive builds, my man. I'm trying to make them more and more defensive as we go. I'm resting more and more. I think, like, the thing that I have as worry is, am I taking on too many elites too early, right? And just letting my health get worn down by that. But then when I try and avoid all elites, I end up not powerful enough to take on the late game. It's really, really hard to ride the line that I'm looking for here, but I will find it. I am determined. And until then, my name has been Rhapsody, your name has been Joe. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and hopefully we'll see you next time.